Let me invite Rishav Gupta on the stage now. Rishav is spearheading the smart city space in Indore, one of the best smart cities in terms of number of innovations, particularly cleanliness. So a very warm welcome to Rishav Gupta, and I know that all of us are eagerly waiting for the lunch. So let us give a very big round of applause to Rishav first.
Good afternoon, everyone. Last speaker before lunch. Everyone hates that speaker. ना? कि जल्दी से खत्म करें और lunch करें हम. So I'll hardly take 5 minutes. Two or three things I would like to mention. Uh, First, a very dynamic step taken by Indore Smart City in the management of sludge. So what is sludge, first of all? Now we all know that in order to treat the sewage, we need a sewage treatment plant. And Indore is again the first city in India to have been declared the water plus status. What we mean by water plus is that not even a single drop of sewage in Indore goes into any water body. So we have tapped all the sewage outfalls, and those are redirected to the STPs. Now this is basic, we all know. Now what is the output of the STP? First is the treated water, which is good enough to be drained into rivers. And second is sludge. Now from decades, the only solution for sludge disposal is to use it as manure. But this sludge contains a lot of pathogens which are typhoid causing, cholera causing. And due to this, there have been many incidents of epidemics and diseases. Now, Bhabha Atomic Research Center came up with a beautiful technology by using the radioactive cobalt 60. We can have gamma radiations which can then be used to treat this sludge, making it innocuous and a perfect substrate upon which we can add bio-NPK fertilizer and then use the final product as a commercially viable fertilizer. So that technology has been adopted in the past 1 year by Indore Smart City, and now this plant is in a working condition, and now we are using the fertilizer, which is the direct output of this plant, in our own gardens. Also, we are trying to get the FCO certification for this fertilizer. And once we get this certification, it will be commercially sold to the farmers also. So this is one initiative which is very path-breaking, which has been taken up by Indore Smart City. Second initiative I would like to talk about is carbon credits. Carbon credits, we all know what are they. Basically, if a company in, say, Western Europe produces or emits a lot of carbon dioxide, then in order to meet its targets which were set in the Kyoto Protocol, it has to buy carbon credits. And this is where we come in. So Indore Smart City has been the first city in whole of South Asia to have earned carbon credits. And by selling those credits, we have earned revenue on the tunes of around 10 CR per year. Now we are going a step further. Indore Smart City is inviting other urban cities across the nation to collaborate with it. Now there are many projects which are of a very small scale. For example, I have planted around, say, 50,000 trees. Now, can I actually go and participate in the carbon credits market? Because the registration cost of the market is itself around 10 lakh of rupees. So if I am earning, say, around 1 to 2 lakh of rupees, it doesn't make economic sense for me to participate in a market in which the entry fees is 10 lakh. So in order to facilitate such kind of markets, Indore Smart City has come up with a business aggregator model in which we are inviting all the cities which are having some or the other environment friendly projects, we are clubbing those projects together, say Varanasi, Indore, Chennai, Agartala. If all those are having some kind of small projects, we are clubbing those projects, making a single project, and those projects which were not economically viable initially to have just to be participating in such kind of markets, now by the means of aggregation, they are becoming economically viable. So this was the second initiative I wanted to talk about. Regarding the role of technology, I think GIS-based property tax collection has been a hallmark of Indore Smart City. When we used to collect taxes beforehand, we were totally dependent upon our bill collectors. That this is the amount of space, the carpet area, and based upon that, we used to basically calculate. And there were a lot of cases of corruption. There were a lot of siphoning of resources. But after now that we have installed GIS-based property tax, it is very smooth for us because we can, just by the click of a button, we can know what is the expected amount of revenue that we will be getting from every zone. And after just getting the figures, we can say that who is cheating and who is not. And just by this technology intervention, we have increased the revenue of Indore's municipal corporation tax collection by more than 100 CR. So I think I think technology is really proving beneficial in governance of cities like Indore. And lastly, I would like to conclude by inviting you all in January 8th, 9th, and 10th. This time, the onus of conducting the Prabhasi Aarti Divas, the NRI event, the flagship event of India, has been fortunately given to Indore. So we'll be having a zero waste event in Indore in coming times. It will be a first and one of its kind event. And I welcome all of you to come to Indore and actually see what are the changes that can be done in a city in a span of, say, 4 to 5 years, especially in the field of cleanliness, hygiene, sanitation, and information technology initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishabh, for keeping it very short, precise, and sweet. Let me invite once again Mr. Rishabh Gupta on the dais. And along with him, I would request Dr. V.R. Mamta also to please come on the dais and honor and present a speaker memento to Rishabh Gupta, CEO, Indore Smart City. Presenting the memento to Rishabh Gupta. A photo op with our eGov magazine also. एक magazine दो उनको.